Let's call upon stage Nitin Soni.
Louder, louder, louder. Come on, louder.
दोस्तों, सक्सेस इन एनी फील्ड इज 70% साइकोलॉजी एंड 30% मैकेनिक्स. किसी भी फील्ड में, इन whatever field you choose, success is all about 70% psychology and 30% mechanics.
मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं, विराट कोहली ने सेंचुरी मारी थी क्या डेब्यू में? अच्छा, सचिन तेंदुलकर ने मारी थी? अच्छा, धोनी ने मारी थी? But all of these three individuals are legends, in spite of the fact that they did not score century on debut. Even if you are not able to score century on debut, you can still become a legend if you take few things right. Understand this.
Why do you want to become what you want to become? Why do you want to get that success? Why do you want to get that degree? Why do you want to become a rank holder? Why do you want it? Answer your why.
They are compromising on their potential. You have amazing potential in you. Why do you want to restrict it? You're not supposed to restrict your potential. Warren Buffett has 97 different streams of income. 97. And the day I realized, the day I noticed it, I said, 97? What the hell? What is the difference? The difference is in their psychology. That's where the entire difference lies. That's the main thing. You need to understand your psychology, your mindset. Usme kya chal raha hai? That's what you need to focus. Excellent. And I knew I would be the top scorer in the institute. And that's exactly what I did. Each and every paper that I gave, when I came back home, I said, I'm ready for the next one. And I did that. Ready for the next one. Did that. Then I waited for my results. And on the results day, what did happen? I failed. What is it that I can do now? At the best I can study. At the best I can put in the hard work. At the best I can do whatever is possible for me to do. What else can I do?
He actually looked at the big portrait of Mount Everest and he said, Mount Everest, I know you are failing me. But the more and more you fail me, the more and more I'm getting determined that one day I'm going to stand on top of you. Do you know why, Sir Edmund Hillary said? He said, do you know why? Because you, even as Mount Everest, cannot grow any further. But I, as a human being, will keep growing. That's my message to you. Keep growing. No matter what Mount Everest you want to climb in your life, you can. If you have the right mindset and if you do not let your failures enter your mind, God, because it's your responsibility, friends. It's your responsibility. Nobody else is going to work hard for you. Nobody else is going to bring your dream in a silver plate and say, hey, here is your dream, enjoy. No, that's never going to happen. You will have to work hard. You will have to put in the hard work. You will have to work the midnight call. You will have to make your dream come true. The responsibility is yours. I cannot do your push-ups for you, can I? Can I? Of course not. You will have to do your push-ups.
What do? You notice that you are not the only one who is watching that dream. You are not the only one having that dream inside you. When there are 1,000 other mothers who are having the same dream for their sons, what do you do to make the dream of your mother come true? You outwork your competition. You outwork your competition. You get up early. You work harder. You stay longer. You do whatever it takes. You got to overwork. You got to outwork. You got to outsmart everybody else. Because if you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. If you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. If you are not getting up early, someone else is getting up early. And he is going to grab your position. He's going to grab your position. Understand this. You got to outwork your competition. If it means doing anything that you have not done till date, you should be interested in doing it. Learning techniques, learning facts, programming your subconscious, whatever it may be. Be ready to outwork your competition.
My intensity multiplied. My hunger multiplied. My seriousness multiplied. I prepared like hell. I was actually doing things that nobody around me was doing. I was studying for 12 hours a day and I said, no matter what happens on the results day, I'm going to give my best shot in this attempt. I studied like anything. And I did all those test papers, working, studying over and over and over again. I revised over and over and over again. And I gave my exams to the best of my ability. And on the results day, the screen said, pass.
Unless and until you answer your whys, you will not be able to remain motivated. You need motivation? Answer your whys. Answer your whys. Why do you want to do what you want to do? Is it because of your father? You want to make your father's dream come true? Is it because of your mother? Your mother is looking a dream for you and you want to make her dream come true? Is it because of your siblings, your brother, your sister, your other family members? Or is it probably because yourself? You say, I want to become rich because I want to prove to the world that I am a rich person and I am not a poor person. You got to answer your whys. Why do you want to become what you want to become? Answer your whys. Because this is exactly where motivation lies. What are you waiting for? Whatever it takes. Even if it takes for you to learn something, learn it. If it takes for you to work hard, work hard. If it takes for you to get up early in the morning, get up early in the morning. If it takes for you to work day in and day out, do it. He was the world heavyweight champion in boxing, Mike Tyson. डरते थे लोग उसके नाम से. और Mike Tyson won 37 fights back to back. अपनी लाइफ की पहली फाइट से लेकर 37 फाइट्स तक माइक टाइसन हर एक फाइट जीतता गया. एक भी फाइट वो नहीं हारा. और पीपल यूज्ड टू स्वेट बाय हिज नेम. डरते थे लोग उसके नाम से. 37 फाइट लगातार जीतना इज नो गेम. एंड ही वाज द वर्ल्ड हेवीवेट चैंपियन. 37 फाइट लगातार जीतने के बाद जो 38वीं फाइट उसकी थी वो थी अगेंस्ट जेम्स बस्टिन डगलस. और ये जेम्स बस्टिन डगलस कौन था? कुछ भी नहीं. अ नॉर्मल बॉक्सर, वेरी नॉर्मल बॉक्सर. कभी भी अपनी लाइफ के अंदर हेवीवेट चैंपियन नहीं बना. कभी भी उसने कोई बहुत बड़ी चैंपियनशिप नहीं जीती. वेरी नॉर्मल बॉक्सर. 38th मैच माइक टाइसन का अगेंस्ट जेम्स बस्टिन डगलस. इट वाज अ वन साइडेड मैच. दे सेड माइक टाइसन इज गोइंग टू विन एनीवेज. सारा मीडिया हैरान, सारी दुनिया हैरान. माइक टाइसन लॉस्ट द मैच. 38th फाइट माइक टाइसन लॉस्ट इट. हाउ कम? ये कैसे हो सकता है? सारा का सारा मीडिया पागलों की तरह जेम्स बस्टिन डगलस के पीछे. बस्टिन डगलस, ये तुमने किया कैसे? हाउ डिड you just won against Mike Tyson? Impossible. How could you do the impossible? ये किया कैसे तुमने? He said, before this match, my mother declared to the world that her son is going to beat Mike Tyson. She declared it to the world, to the relatives, to the friends, everybody, and she was extremely happy. और जेम्स बस्टिन डगलस ने कहा, माँ क्या कर रहे हो ये? Why are you doing that? I'm not too sure. She said, you are not sure. I am sure because I believe in my son. My son is going to beat the hell out of Mike Tyson, and my son is going to win. He said, it was my mother's dream that I beat Mike Tyson. It was my mother's dream that I become the world champion. It was my mother's dream that I become a true champion in my life by beating Mike Tyson, and not just Mike Tyson, whoever it may be. And my mother died 2 weeks before this match. He said, my mother died 2 weeks before this match. And I wanted to make her dream come true. He said, I wanted to make her dream come true. माइक टाइसन के अलावा अगर वहां पर 100 माइक टाइसन भी होते, उसके बावजूद मैं ये मैच जीतता. Because it was my mother's dream and I wanted to fulfill my mother's dream.
ये सोचता है कि मैं स्पेशल नहीं हूं. अगर यहां एक भी सोचता है कि मैं वर्दी नहीं हूं, मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है उससे कि आज की शाम अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ बिता लेना. आज की शाम तन्हाई में अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ बिता लेना और आपकी माँ, आपके पिताजी आपको बताएंगे कि आप कितने स्पेशल हो. There is nobody in the entire world who has a fingerprint like you.
लक, नसीब. कई मैं से देखता हूं जो अपने नसीब को पकड़ के बैठते हैं, जो ये कहते हैं कि इट्स ओनली एंड ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ माई लक. इफ आई एम फेलिंग, इट्स ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ माई लक. नसीब की वजह से आपकी जिंदगी में कुछ नहीं होता. मगर दो तरह के लोग हैं, बिलीव करते हैं नसीब, कुछ बिलीव नहीं करते नसीब के ऊपर. आप मुझे एक बात बताओ, अगर आपकी नसीब की वजह से ही सब कुछ होता है, अगर आपके लक की वजह से ही सब कुछ ये हो रहा है, तो मेहनत क्यों कर रहे हो? मेहनत करने की क्या जरूरत है? और अगर नसीब में नहीं लिखा तो मेहनत करके क्या उखाड़ लोगे? क्या उखाड़ लोगे? नसीब को लेकर के मत बैठो. जब आप अपने नसीब को देख करके कहते हो कि भाई कभी ना कभी तो चमकेगा, आपका नसीब आपको देख करके कहता है कभी तो समझेगा. आप नहीं समझते.
You command respect, power, recognition, social status, everything. It has amazing power. I am the king of the jungle now. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.
Alrighty then, there you go. Hey everyone, welcome to the Superpower Success Summit. Now, this is Nitin Soni, and I am live here on day 6 of the Superpower Success Summit. जल्दी से लिख दीजिए चैट बॉक्स में SPS if you can see me and if you can hear me and if you are excited for yet another day. दोस्तों, कल एक स्पेशल सेशन हुआ, day 5 with one and only Iravati Harshe. I'm sure you attended this session, right? And what a session it was. Well, उन्होंने शेयर की हमारे साथ एक ऐसा मैजिकल प्रोसेस जिसकी मदद से वी कैन नो आवरसेल्व्स बेटर, वी कैन लिव अ पीसफुल लाइफ एंड वी कैन लिव स्ट्रेस फ्री एंड आई मीन अ लॉट मोर, राइट? एंड इट वाज एन एब्सोल्युटली अमेजिंग सेशन. थैंक यू वेरी मच. आप सबके जो कमेंट्स आए, आप सबके जो you know, the messages that we received on social media, on in our WhatsApp groups, it was absolutely inspiring and motivating. So thank you so very much. आपके comments, कई बार ऐसा लगता है हमें कि यार अच्छा सेशन था, मगर क्या बताना है ना, क्या बताना, क्या कहना. अगर आपके दिल में ये आता है कि ये जो सेशन मैंने अटेंड किया आज सुपर पावर सक्सेस समिट में, ये अच्छा सेशन था and it was valuable for you, don't hold yourself back from telling us. You know what? We need it. It's a 30-day mega event. 30 दिन का मेगा इवेंट आसान नहीं है. And imagine this is day 6. Many more days to go. We need your support. We need your motivation. So keep pouring in your love. Keep pouring in your comments, because I read every single one of those feedbacks, messages, the love, the support, the appreciation that you are sending across to us. So I want to say thank you so very much. I consider myself, the entire team consider them blessed to be able to serve you in this Superpower Success Summit. दोस्तों, आज एक और स्पेशल सेशन है जिसमें हम बात करेंगे हेल्थ की, हम बात करेंगे वेट लॉस की, हम बात करेंगे how you can lead a high energy life, right? We all need high energy. कई बार लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं, नितिन सर आपकी हाई एनर्जी का राज क्या है? आज आप इन एक्सपर्ट से पूछेंगे कि आज ये हाई एनर्जी का क्या राज है. हाउ कैन ऑल ऑफ अस लिव अ वेरी हाई एनर्जी लाइफ, एंड हाउ वी कैन लूज दैट एक्स्ट्रा वेट, एक्स्ट्रा केजीज एंड पाउंड्स, एंड हाउ वी कैन काइंड ऑफ स्टार्ट आवर सेकंड लाइफ, अ हैप्पी एंड अ हेल्दी लाइफ. दोस्तों, ये काफी पुरानी एक कहावत है, आप सब ने सुनी होगी कि पहला सुख निरोगी काया, बाकी सब बाद में है. पहला सुख है निरोगी काया. तो आपको ये इंश्योर करना है कि ये जो काया है ना आपकी, ये जो शरीर है, आपके साथ आखिरी समय तक क्या रहेगा? आपके दोस्त, क्या रहेगा? आपके आसपास के लोग, या यू योरसेल्फ. अगर आपका कोई एक साथी आपके साथ आपकी आखिरी सांस तक है, तो वो आप खुद हैं. और अगर ऐसा है तो इसका ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा, इसका ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा दोस्तों. और वो ध्यान रखने के लिए आज का ये स्पेशल सेशन, आई गारंटी आपके बहुत काम आने वाला है. So are you excited for this session? Type in excited in the chat box, because I want to know if you are excited. Today we're going to be talking about health. Today we're going to be talking about weight loss. Today we're going to be talking about leading and living a high energy life, because this is the secret to success. There is so much that we want to do, right? There's so much that we want to do. इतनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज है, भाग दौड़ है, समय नहीं है. आज समय नहीं है, और समय के लिए आपकी टेक्नोलॉजी मदद कर रही है, जिसका उल्टा असर आपकी हेल्थ पर पड़ रहा है कि नहीं. आप सोचिए, पहले क्या होता था. सिंपल सा एग्जांपल देता हूं. जब टीवी में कोई प्रोग्राम देखना था तो आप उठते थे अपनी जगह से, टीवी तक जाते थे, ऑन करते थे, बटन दबाते थे, चैनल को ट्यून इन करते थे, वापस आते थे, बैठते थे अपनी जगह और फिर उस प्रोग्राम को एंजॉय करते थे. वक्त बदला, उसके बाद क्या हुआ? वक्त बदलने के बाद सीधा आया रिमोट. अब आप अपनी जगह ही बैठे हैं, लेकिन अब आप रिमोट के साथ. अच्छा, रिमोट में भी क्या हुआ? थोड़ी छीनातानी. तू दे, मुझे चाहिए ये प्रोग्राम, वो स्टिल अ बिट ऑफ अ मूवमेंट. अब क्या, बैठे रहो अपनी जगह पर. Alexa is waiting for your command. Do you not even move now? Imagine, जब आज की तारीख में आप हर चीज आपके घर में स्मार्ट तरीके से मैनेज हो रही है, कर्टन हिल रहे हैं, आपकी लाइट्स ऑन हो रही है, पंखा ऑन हो रहा है, टीवी ऑन ऑफ हो रहा है, एवरीथिंग इज बीन मैनेज्ड बाय वॉइस कमांड्स. हिलने की जरूरत नहीं है. अच्छा तो है, मगर क्या वाकई अच्छा है? दोस्तों, ये सब चीजें माइंड में रखते हुए आज के इस सेशन में जो हमारे एक्सपर्ट हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं, ही इज गोइंग टू थ्रो some light, share some incredible insights and secrets on how you, how I, how all of us can live a happy and a healthy life. A healthy life. You know, when we see ourselves in the mirror, we should be happy. It has an impact on our self-esteem. Yes or no? जब आपको आपके कपड़े फिटेड नहीं होते तो कहीं ना कहीं फर्क पड़ता है कि नहीं पड़ता है? लिख दीजिए हाँ इन द चैट बॉक्स। तो आज के सेशन के अंदर मैं आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहता हूं एक ऐसी एक्सपर्ट के साथ। We have known each other for quite some time now, and this man, he's on a mission, right? He's on a mission, and there are personal reasons behind it. There are personal reasons behind this mission, and mission is to help people live a healthy life, to help people live a high energy life, and introduce them to their second life which is filled with energy, second life which is a healthy life. I am truly inspired by his journey and the work that he's doing by helping people with their health, और जो feedback से, testimonial से, live जो transformation से, mind boggling. So if I know somebody who can speak on this topic that this session is on, he is none other than the #1 best-selling author, one of India's top fitness expert. He is none other than Vineet Sharma. Friends, join me as I welcome Vineet into the program. Vineet, welcome to the Superpower Success Summit. How are you?
Thank you, Nitin. Thanks for having me. I'm doing great, and thank you, really. I'm doing wonderful, and I'm super excited for today's session.
Great, Vineet. Vineet, thank you very much for choosing to be a part of this summit. Not sure if you're keeping an eye on it, but how's this initiative, man, that we have taken? 30 days, 30 sessions, every day one session. Yeah, what's your take on that?
This is amazing, and I want to tell this to you. In fact, I want to compliment you because it takes lots of guts and it takes lots of courage to pull an event of this magnitude, 30 days non-stop. It definitely needs lots of preparation, and I know we were trying to do it last year. We could not do it, but you came back, and we are doing it now this year. It shows your intention that you are in it to win it. So I'm super happy with this summit and super happy that we have been able to pull it off this time.
Excellent, Vineet. Thank you so much. आपका सपोर्ट तब भी था, आज भी, and I'm sure आगे भी रहेगा. दोस्तों, आज के इस सेशन में डायरी नोटपैड लेके बैठ जाइएगा. एक एक बात आपके दिल को टच करने वाली है, क्योंकि बात है आपकी हेल्थ की. पैसे की बात excites people, right? Becoming famous, building business excites people, right? But when you talk about your own health, हम इसे backstage रख देते हैं. हम कहते हैं ठीक है ना, लेकिन आपको ये समझ में आना चाहिए, nobody else is going to take care of it. You got to take care of your health. Vineet, आज का एक बात, before I let you take over the proceedings from here on, Vineet, क्यों जरूरी है यार ये हेल्थ के ऊपर हम बातचीत कर रहे हैं, वेट लॉस पर हम बातचीत कर रहे हैं, क्यों जरूरी है विनीत
ये जरूरी इसलिए नितिन, बिकॉज वी ऑल आर बिजी, हम सबके गोल हैं, हम लाइफ में भागते रहते हैं, वी आर ऑलवेज चेजिंग आवर इंस्पिरेशन, बट देयर इज वन थिंग दैट वी फॉरगेट अबाउट हेल्थ एंड वी रियलाइज इट ओनली व्हेन वी आर ऑन द बेड. A healthy person has 1,000 dreams, but only when his health is intact. And you ask someone who has been on the bed for a day, for a week, for a month, you will realize that this is the foundation. You want to build a skyscraper, you want to build this huge building, but if the foundation is not well, if the foundation is not laid out well, it is going to crumble down. And trust me, when it crumbles down, it shatters. A healthy person has 1,000 dreams, but a sick person has only one to get back his or her health. And I am saying this because I've lived this, I've experienced this. And someone who has experienced this, you know how crucial it is. You know, Nitin, we were able to pull this last year, right? And we could not do it. Why? Because of
absolutely, man. If anybody knows it better, it's me. Well, indeed, Vineet. तो दोस्तों, reasons आपके सामने है. एक हेल्दी इंसान के 1000 ड्रीम है, लेकिन अनहेल्दी का एक. क्या है वो ड्रीम? टू गेट बैक इन हेल्थ. तो आज के इस सेशन में तसल्ली से सुनिएगा, नोट्स बनाइएगा और प्रॉमिस करिएगा अपने आप से, प्रॉमिस करिएगा अपने आप से कि सुनूंगा नहीं, इंप्लीमेंट करूंगा. So you've got to make this promise in every single one of the session in this Superpower Success Summit to implement these ideas. These experts are coming here for you for free, and if they're coming here for you, you've got to listen to them and implement their ideas. I'm all excited right now. I really want to make maximum use of this time. Over to you, man. Take my audience through your ideas. Over to you, Vineet.
Thank you, Nitin. Thanks once again for having me. And let's begin the session. So, firstly, just to begin the session, I want to ask each one of you, what do you think? What are the chances of someone losing weight on a long term? So, I actually want to give you some data on the planet. हमारी धरती पे अभी 30% population is obese. 30%. 2 billion people on this planet are obese. And आपको पता होगा, if you've been since the pandemic started, right? 2020, you just ask yourself, have you gained weight or have you lost weight? On an average, even in India, people have gained up to 5, 10, even 15 kg weight since 2020. And जो recent हमारा planning commission है, as per them, 1 in 4 Indian is diabetic and 1 in 3 Indian is obese. So आप देख सकते हो the kind of magnitude that obesity has taken, right? So I have this question and I want you to think about it and basically try to think about an answer. What are the chances of someone losing weight really for a long term? Weight lose karna, people think, oh, it's very easy. I will just lose weight. I will do this. I'll not eat. I'll do exercise. I'll do all of that. I want to give you some data. The data says that, and it's very shocking because some people will say, yeah, maybe 10% people are able to lose weight. Maybe 20% people are able to lose weight. Maybe 30%. The data is only 1%. Only 1% of the population is able to lose weight, right? And I'll just tell you one more insight about that 1%. ये data US में, because they are doing lots of research. The research was done in US and they found out of that 1% people who actually lose weight, roughly 90% of them gained back with the same weight again in next 3 to 5 years. What does it mean? So it means if 10,000 people want to lose weight, 9,999 people are failing that. Do you understand the magnitude of this? ये ऐसा है कि कॉलेज में हम एक एडमिशन के लिए जा रहे हैं, 10,000 students are applying for the admission, 9,999 students are failing. Can you believe how powerful that problem is? And it's not like that कि वो जो लोग जिनका who are not able to lose weight, they want it. They want it desperately, and they've tried everything. They try everything, but they are not able to lose. Even if they are able to lose, they are not able to sustain. In fact, if I ask you one question, and I know many people have tried losing weight on their own, tell me, whenever you lost weight, how was the experience? Was it temporary weight loss or was it permanent weight loss? If you lost weight, but it came back, type in T in the chat box, T for temporary. And if you were able to lose weight for a long time, permanently, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and if the weight has not come back, then you are on that one rare population, 1/100 of 1%, 0.01% population who can actually lose their weight and retain it for a long time. Yeah. So basically, if you ask me the whole experience of losing this weight, and you go out, aap niche jayenge, you will get so many clinics, you will have so many ping pong diets, ye karo, wo mat karo. The question is about sustainability. Are you able to sustain that? How long you will be able to lose that weight? Because I want to tell this to you, something very important. If you lose weight for some time by doing any dieting, by doing any yo-yo diet, by going for gym exercise, and if that weight comes back after a month or 2 months or 3 months or 6 months or a year, you don't feel good about it. Do you see yourself as a winner or do you see yourself as a loser? Every short-term experience which brings you failure, you start losing confidence. You don't feel like winner, you feel like a loser, because each trial that you do, if that is bringing you failure, your self-image goes for a toss. The way you talk to yourself, that goes for a toss, right? And point number 3 is that, because I have lots of students who actually come to me, They say, okay, we have tried everything, but we have not been able to sustain this. We have tried, we will not eat. In fact, I met one of the students who was saying, I'm so desperate that I started even donating blood. And my question to him was that how long? How long can you fast? How long can you deprive yourself? Because if you do not change yourself from within, if you do not change your habit, if you do not change your relationship with food, all of this is going to be temporary. Yeah. So that's the context. Here we are talking about long-term sustainable weight loss. We're not talking about temporary, short-term ping pong weight loss. Yeah, because that does not sustain and that is not long-lasting. My name is Vineet Sharma. I'm a food freedom specialist and I'm on a mission to help 10,000 people change their relationship with food so that the weight loss and the disease reversal is long lasting. So today we are actually diving into 8 tips, 8 techniques that I'm going to give it to you, which you should make note of it. And these are the tips. If you really are able to implement this, you will see you will not only be able to lose weight, you will be able to sustain it, right? Sustenance is the key. How you've been able to live your life for a long time. Okay. So here goes my tip number 1, especially if you want to have weight loss, if you want to have yourself slim, fit, pills free, pain free version, this is my first tip. Yeah. And here it goes. This is building a weight loss supporting environment. You have to build a weight loss supporting environment. What does it mean? So Jim Rohn actually said that you are the sum total of total 5 people that you hang out with, and we are the sum total of what environment we are exposed to. In fact, I want to tell this to you. Your environment is more powerful than your willpower. That's true. Willpower is temporary, and like every day we get 15 to 20 minutes of willpower, and every decision that we make, right? You wake up in the morning and the first decision that you take, okay, what do I have to eat? What do I have to wear? When do I have to go to office? Every decision that you take since you begin your day in the morning consumes willpower. और होता क्या है, जब तक आप 2 बजे 3 बजे 4 बजे जब तक आते हो, by the time you are at 4 o'clock, आपकी willpower is already exhausted because you are taking so many number of decision. और फिर वो 4 बजे फ्राइडे का टाइम है, and if you get that email, buy one get one free, right? आपको स्विगी से, जोमेटो से, या और if you get email from anyone with some offer, you just give in. The reason is that because your willpower is exhausted by that time, right? So relying on willpower is not a long-term strategy. Strategy is that you start building an environment which removes the power struggle. We all know which food are good and which food are bad, right? वो knowledge, we all have that knowledge, right? If I ask you कि आपको French fries खानी चाहिए या फिर cucumber खाना चाहिए, you have that knowledge, right? That eating cucumber is better than eating French fries. We all know that junk food, fried food, the sugary food, it's not good for us. The thing is that you have to start building that environment. आपको वो environment build करना है. Whatever food is not good for you, it should be out of sight, out of mind, out of reach. That is your number 1 step, right? It's like that. If you bring chocolate to your house, and then if you start having that power struggle, कि मुझे खाना है कि नहीं खाना है, खाना, remove the power struggle from your environment and make sure whatever, if it is a non-functional food, processed food, junk food, out of sight, out of mind, clean up your environment because you become what your environment is. Okay, and it's very important that you protect that environment. Okay, that was tip number 1. Tip number 2 is this, and this is huge. Protect yourself from food marketing. Okay, and I know this is going to be a bit controversial topic also. I actually get many students who say, Vineet sir, I eat very healthy. Do you know, I go to the supermarket shelf and the product that I buy, it says healthy and natural. Now, I want to tell this to you. I can actually brand my mobile as healthy and natural. Literally, there is no guideline to brand any product as healthy and natural. Literally. Not in India, not in US, not to any food authority. Those guidelines are not there. So what happens? You go and you see a packet, and the packet says, "Oh my God, coming from the forest, jungle, say women empowerment," and the birds are chirping, and the river is flowing, and the packaging is green, and you say, "Oh my God, this is even endorsed by my favorite celebrity also. This is the food I should be taking." Do you know what happens? 87% people do not read the food label. Yes, they do not read the food label. They see the food label from the outside, which says healthy and natural and jingles and la la la, and the birds are chirping, organic, all of that. They do not read the ingredient, because sometimes the ingredients are so tiny you may even need a microscope to read the ingredient. I want to tell this to you: if the first three ingredients are white sugar, wheat flour, or chemicals or preservatives that you cannot even understand or cannot even pronounce, then it is not the right food. It is a non-functional food, and the ideal place of that non-functional food is in the dustbin. Okay. I also want to tell this to you: these days food marketing, they try to anchor our emotions, right? We all know when we were growing up, right? Thankfully now it has stopped, but when we were growing up, we see all those cricketers, okay, and they were doing ads for the cola companies and all of that, right? And now also, how can we celebrate a birthday without a cake? How can you celebrate an office party without ordering pizza, right? How you can every major occasion is linked with food marketing. And if you go to some of those brands pages, they'll talk about yoga, they'll talk about exercise, they'll talk about all that thing. They'll not talk about their non-functional food. It's a brilliant but dishonest marketing. So make sure that you protect yourself from it, and make sure before you buy your so-called healthy food label, you read the tiny label. And if it includes white sugar, and by the way, white sugar has got 37 different names in it. Okay, so you may not even be able to understand. If it says white sugar, if it says wheat flour, which is processed powder, right, maida, or if it talks about stabilizer number 1, 2, 3, preservative, this, and if it is a big list, it's not the food that you want to put inside your body. Okay, so protect yourself from food marketing. Point number 3, and this, I know this again could be a bit eye opener. Exercise is not a way to lose weight. And I know this could be huge. Oh my God, Vineet, what are you talking about? You are saying exercise is not good. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that exercise is not good. I'm saying exercise is not the way to lose weight. And I'll tell you two sound logic to it. Okay. Point number one. Point number one is that see, our body is like a machine. It's like a Ferrari. Now, tell me, if you own a Ferrari, okay, and basically if you want to take it to the racetrack, what kind of fuel you will put into it? Will you put a normal gasoline, normal petrol आप डालोगे उसमें? If you put a normal quality, ordinary petrol in Ferrari, it will not even start. The car will conk off. It needs high quality fuel to even begin before you even take it to the racetrack. So what happens to the people? Many of my students, they come to me injured, and they said that, "Vineet sir, we wanted to lose weight. We went to the doctor ne bola, go to gym, go to exercise. We started doing heavy exercise and we injured ourselves. And we were on the bed for a month, for 2 months, for 6 months. Literally, I have students." So I want to tell this to you. You have to first nourish your body. You have to first put the right fuel in your Ferrari before you want to take it to the racetrack. If you start doing strenuous exercises without fixing your nutrition, many of my students, they actually get to engineering. That is logic number one. Logic number two is this. And please type it in the chat box if this is what has happened to you. I get many students, and many of them have their personal trainer. Okay, personal trainer means they're spending 5,000, 10,000 bucks per month just to have a personal trainer. And do you know what do they do? Monday to Friday, they are slogging into the gym, they're doing exercise, they're doing push-up, all of this thing. And on Friday night, their brain goes and it says, "Come on, I've been so good. I've been working out Monday to Friday. Where is my treat? Where is my reward? Where is my cheat day? Where do I go and enjoy now? Because I've been slogging for the last 5 days. And in that one trip to your favorite shop, coffee shop, favorite sweet shop, favorite junk food, favorite high, your fine dining, in that one trip, whatever calorie deficit you had gained from Monday to Friday, exercise कर करके, भाग कर करके, अपने आप को deprive कर करके, by counting calories, by downloading all these apps, in that one trip, everything is back to square one, right? And then what happens from Monday? The game begins again. And you will see people who have been exercising. I see those students who have been exercising for weeks, for months, for years, without any change in their weight. Because Monday to Friday, their routine is that they'll slog, they will do everything. Weekend, they'll go for the treat, they'll try to reward themselves, and Monday they are back to square one. Okay. So what I want to tell this to you, I'm not against exercise. What I'm saying is that exercise is not a way to lose long-term sustainable weight. Exercise is a way to improve your health, but exercise is not a replacement of your fundamental, of your foundational health, which has to come from nutrition. What actually happens is that once you increase your nutrition, once you increase a good amount of fuel within your body, you will naturally have energy. You will naturally feel to go out and exercise. So it is actually the reverse. It is just like that. If you put the right kind of fuel in your Ferrari, you can actually take it to the racetrack. Okay. So that was tip number 3. Tip number 4 is this. Can you see this? Are you hungry or are you thirsty? Okay. And this is true for most of us. As it happened, especially I'm talking about mid-morning and mid-afternoon, right? When I talk about mid-morning, I'm talking about morning 10:30 to 12. That's the time, mid-morning snacking we do, right? And afternoon is, of course, 4 to 6. That is 2 hours, right? If you have been someone who have been eating your food, your chaat, your what? Bhel puri, your dosa, idli, or maybe your chola bhatura, all of that. आपको लग रहा है कि नहीं 11 से 12 के टाइम पे 4 से 6 के टाइम पे यही तो टाइम है. This is my time that I am hungry. I should be eating. I want to tell this to you. You are not hungry that time. You are dehydrated. You are simply dehydrated. Now, what used to happen few centuries back, right? जब ये इतना processed food हमारी life में नहीं था, food was not that much devitalized. We used to get water from the food. For example, see if you eat a carrot or if you eat an apple, तो उसमें already water होता है. If you eat a cucumber, it already has water in it. So what does our body do? Our body says, I am thirsty. Give me some food so that I can have some food so that I can quench my thirst. I can have that water. But now the problem is that the food that we eat does not have any water. So our body is giving us the same signal, give me food, because it is thirsty, it is dehydrated. We think we should be reaching out to food, but the food has no water. So what you should be doing mid-mornings and mid-afternoon, whenever you are hungry, supposedly you feel you are hungry, you should be doing this. You should be carrying a bottle of water. Especially 4 to 6 p.m. before you eat anything. Drink a glass or drink 2 glasses. Some of my students carry 2 liters of bottles and they finish 2 liters of water, and then they say, I really don't feel like having anything because I was dehydrated and I was thinking I should be having food. Okay. Also, one more thing is that just make sure that minimum 8 to 10 glasses water you drink throughout the day, minimum, and you are never dehydrated and your urine color is never yellow, right? These are few checklists to make sure that you know that you should not be thirsty, right? We think we are hungry, but most of the times we are just dehydrated. And always surround and keep your water bottles with you. Yeah, that was tip number 4. Tip number 5 is this, and this also is huge. Add food sequencing. What does it mean? Add food sequencing. Food sequencing is actually a principle of satiety. Now, what does satiety means? कि हम कोई food खाते हैं, and if we feel satisfied, if we feel कि हाँ पेट भर गया है, that feeling is called satiety, feeling satiated. Now, the irony is that we could be having two different foods. So one food, both the food having the same calorie, and I'll give you an example. जैसे let's take an example of two cream cookies. आपने दो cream biscuit खाए, they have got 150 calories, and you ate one muskmelon. Yeah, so आपने खरबूजा खाया, so even that carries 150 calorie. Now both the food have the same calorie. However, one food will not fill us. One food will not fill our tummy. So हमें लगेगा कि हाँ हमें और खाना चाहिए, right? And we will end up eating more. And the second food will fill our tummy, and we will say, okay, यार हमारा tummy पूरा हो गया. We should not be eating. We don't need to eat more. So if I ask you between cream cookies and muskmelon, which will fill your tummy more? You can type it in the chat box. But I want to tell this to you. Muskmelon will fill you more, right? Because it has lots of water, and it has lots of fiber. Cream cookies, दो कि आप 20 finish कर सकते हो, right? आपने 20 cream cookies finish कर दी, and you ended up consuming 1,500 calories because cream cookies does not have water and fiber. So the principle of satiety and food sequencing is very, very interrelated. Food sequencing means जब भी आप कुछ खाना शुरू करो, you should be having the food which has high water and high fiber, right? High water and high fiber and high volume or high bulk. So maybe if I want to give you another example, let's say if you eat 4 cups of rice, तो आपने rice खाया, rice, or you had some lemon rice, or some pulao, or biryani, or anything, right? That will give you around 700 calories. In the same meal, if you add 2 cups of vegetable, so basically if you change the composition from 4 cups of rice to 2 cup of rice and 2 cup of vegetable, you have dropped the calorie density of the food by 38%. You will still feel full, but your calorie has automatically reduced without impacting your satiety. So food sequencing मतलब ये है कि जब भी आप खाना शुरू करो, if you go for any meal, make sure you start your meal with soup and salad first, because they are high water, high fiber food, because they carry the volume. And once you have those food, only later you jump to the main course or whatever dessert section or whatever you want to add. Always make sure that you start your food with high water, high fiber food. We call it food sequencing. In our program, it is called food sequencing. Okay, that was tip number 5 for you. Now, tip number 6 is this: be a mindful eater. Be a mindful eater. Now, I want to tell this to you. In today's time, when technology has become so intrusive, how do we have our meal? We see our phone like this, and we are just watching the phone and having and basically having the food. And sometimes I come from a professional background. So वहाँ पे क्या रहता था ना? Some of our colleagues used to finish the food in 5 minutes, and they used to wear it as badge of honor. Arey, I finished my food in 5 minutes. That's not a badge of honor. You need to have mindful eating. When you are eating your food, you have to remove every technology distraction. You have to be in the moment. You have to chew every bite, and you have to be in that experience. A meal should take you minimum 25 minutes to consume. It has to be properly chewed and digested by our system. We should never be having food and meal in hurry. भाग रहे हैं, train छूट रहा है, bus छूट रहा है, flight छूट रहा है, having this. No, we should not be doing that. We should be having mindful eating. Make sure it takes minimum 25 minutes. Or if you are using any spoon or fork, make sure that you take the spoon and then you put the spoon down. The next time you have to make sure that you chew it properly. And if you cannot do that, make sure you have a timer of minimum 25 minutes, right? Have you recalled how do we go to movie theater, and how do we eat popcorn? Popcorns are like this, and we are watching the movie, and like this, popcorns are flying off the shelf. This is called mindless eating. We don't even know what we're eating. We need to have mindful eating, away from technology, being peaceful, because guess what? What you are eating is becoming you. Your food is the nourishment of billions of cells. And if you are in a hurry, if you do not pay attention, if you are stressed, if you are angry, and that time if you are eating the food, that's the energy. That's the nourishment to your cell. How do you want to bring your body? How do you want your cells to be powerful or enervated? So make sure your eating experience is without technology and you're fully immersed to it, and do keep a timer of minimum 25 minutes. Okay. Let's come to the tip number 7. Tip number 7 is this: invest in nutrition education. And I want to tell this to you, we have many students who come from a profession. In fact, we have many wellness coaches, gym trainers, doctors. They are part of our community. And one thing which I have seen is that when I ask my doctor students that, did you really understand the nutrition? Majority of their answer is no. Doctors, they play a very important role in our life. They save our life. They are our lifesavers. Someone breaks his bone, goes to doctor, doctor will save his life. Someone is getting heart attack, goes to doctor, doctor will save his life. But do you know what I hear from them? In majority of the medical colleges, nutrition is not even a subject. It is not even taught, really. And for most of them, it is pathology. So pathology is a study of disease, not study of health. Okay. What do you do once you fall sick is what they are expertise in. So I don't think it's fair for us to basically expect something which is not even taught in their curriculum. So I want to tell this to you, you have to choose your teacher right. Yeah. You can learn from a doctor if a doctor has learned about nutrition, or if a gym trainer has learned about nutrition. Anyone who is a living example of his teaching, his or her teaching, and they've invested in their education about nutrition, and especially nutrition's effect on the lifestyle disease and ailments. If someone has studies, please go and learn. But for most of them, that education is not there, and most of them are actually exposed by food marketing, as you and me, I are. Okay. So I want to tell this to you. You should be investing your time in learning about nutrition, and find out a teacher that could be shortcut to your success, someone who's a living example, and who can teach you and who can give you shortcut to learning. Point number 8, and this is the most powerful: rewire your brain. Okay. Now you may be asking, oh, Vineet, what are you talking about? Rewire your brain. What does it even mean? See, the way our brain works is that we have conscious patterns and we have unconscious patterns. Do you know breathing? Breathing is unconscious. We don't even know, we don't even remember, but we are breathing. How do you brush your teeth? You wake up in the morning and you brush your teeth. How does that happen? Do you need willpower or motivation? You don't need that. It is automated. Okay. How do we drive a car or vehicle? How you were driving when you were there on the first day, right? When you were learning, you were very conscious. You were not even sure where is the brake, where is the clutch, where is the accelerator. But how, after driving 5 years, 10 years, how do you drive now? It is called habit automation. Yeah. So most of us have subconscious pattern. And can I give an example of a pattern for weight loss? I'll give you an example of a pattern so that you understand what I'm talking about. The example of a pattern is that every year on 31st of December, or maybe you see this, you see my talk, and or you hear, or you read a book, you watch a video, and you may be saying, oh, today is the day. From tomorrow onwards, I'll start going to gym. I'll start clean eating. I'm going on this no sugar challenge for the next 21 days. You may say like this, okay? It typically happens on 31st of December every year, okay? And then how the day goes, 1 or 2 days is okay. Third day, I don't know from where it comes, but maybe it's your birthday, maybe it's your child's birthday, maybe it's your spouse birthday, maybe it's an office party, maybe it's a marriage function, maybe it's a housewarming. Somewhere, somewhat happens, and suddenly there is a chocolate cake in your fridge, and you don't know, you did not even buy it, you did not know from where it came, but it came. And on 3rd of January, you say, I will just have one piece, just one piece. And by 7th of January, all that is left in your refrigerator is an empty plate, the last few crumbs of the cake, and a lot of guilt. And you know why lot of guilt? Because वो सारा cake आपके पेट के अंदर गया, right? All that cake went inside your tummy, so you feel terribly guilty. And by 9th of January, you give up. And you say, yeah, I don't know how it happened. I was going on this no sugar challenge. I tried everything. And 9th of January, I don't know, I slipped. And then one more day, you watch another video, you attend another session, you read a book, you watch a video, and you will say, today is the day. And you are again excited temporarily. And this pattern keeps repeating in your life like a broken record. Do you remember those cassettes in the 90s, right? When they used to get stuck, wah, 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 that it's playing like a broken record. This is a pattern. This is an unconscious pattern. And you think diet charts will fix your problem. Diet charts will not fix your problem. You need to know how to break this pattern, how to break old habits, how to learn new habits, and how to automate those habits, like driving your vehicle, like doing your brush. You don't need willpower. You don't need inspiration. It is automated. It's part of your second nature. So in case if you're interested to learn this science of habit formation, I am inviting you to my free masterclass on the link, which is www.hexintensive.com. You can come. If you like what I shared with you, you can go deeper for a couple of hours. You can attend my masterclass. You can register for it, wherein I go deeper and I'll tell you in detail about the science of habit formation. Not only that, once you attend that masterclass live free, you will also get a chance to win this book. Okay, this is a bestseller book from Amazon, and the title is Why You Are Sick, Fat, and Tired, and How to Get Slim, Fit, and Energetic. Okay, if you are a serious student, if you pay attention, if you take good notes, towards the end of the masterclass, there will be a contest, and I give this book freely to the winners. Okay, so you could even win this book. The hard copy version is $399 bucks for this book. I will autograph it and I'll ship it to you. Okay, so that's about the masterclass invite for anyone who want to go deeper into this learning and you want to learn how to build new habits for weight loss in your life. Thank you, Nitin. I really am thankful to you for giving me this opportunity to come shortly and share some of the tips that I could do it in this short time.
Wow. Vineet, that was absolutely amazing, man. Thank you so very much. I just love this experience. A big round of applause for Vineet Sharma. Vineet, thank you so much, first of all. आपने एक नहीं, दो नहीं, तीन नहीं, पांच नहीं, लगभग 9, if I'm not missed out on any, लगभग 9 आपने ऐसे tips दिए हैं जिनकी मदद से I'm sure everybody who was tuned in today and will watch this session in future will definitely be able to understand the science behind weight loss. Isn't that? It's important to understand the science behind it. ये नहीं कि motivation आया भागे जिम, मोटिवेशन आया मॉर्निंग वॉक पे चले गए, 2-4 किलोमीटर दौड़ लिए और आपको लगा कि आपका वेट लॉस हो जाएगा. एंड देन एज यू राइटली सेड, ये यहाँ वायर नहीं है, you know, it's not as easy as brushing your teeth every day, and then you lose your motivation, and then there is a birthday, and then what do? How can you celebrate a birthday without a cake, right? How can you celebrate a party without pizza? Absolutely amazing session. Everybody, if you are listening to me right now, if you enjoyed the session, took notes, if you are thankful to Vineet Sharma for sharing these insights, if you are thankful for this initiative that we have taken to bring experts like Vineet, type an amazing, awesome, incredible in the chat box because I want to see that there. Was it helpful for you, Vineet? Thank you very much, man. लेकिन कुछ questions है मेरे, कुछ questions है जो मेरे दिमाग में आए और मेरे कुछ audience ने पूछे. So can I ask few questions to you quickly?
Absolutely, Nitin. Go ahead.
यार एक बात बताओ कि अगर ये पिज्जा से सेलिब्रेट नहीं करे, बर्गर के साथ सेलिब्रेट नहीं करे और केक नहीं काटे तो सेलिब्रेट करे कैसे? ये व्हाट्स द न्यू वे ऑफ सेलिब्रेशन देन? बताओ.
So Nitin, let me ask this to you. हम जब आज से 20, 30, 40 years back, right? And especially if you go back and ask our parents and grandparents, हमारे हम parents से पूछें, grandparents से पूछें, right? How did they even know कि cake होना चाहिए birthday? Was it even part of our culture?
No.
Right? I will also ask you just one data, right? Which will share with you the matching. आज से 30-40 साल पहले जो ये obesity की problem थी, ये आज के मुकाबले कम थी?
100% कम थी. ये तो suddenly it just went up.
Right. So what about the cases of diabetes? What about the cases of cancer? आज से 40 साल पहले how many cases you heard कि उस फैमिली में किसी को कैंसर है?
सुना ही नहीं था यार, ये सब तो सुना ही नहीं था.
Did you hear कि जब वो एक राजा रानी की स्टोरी हम बचपन में सुनते थे कि बेटा राजा को तो हाई ब्लड प्रेशर था और रानी की डेथ कैंसर से हो गई? Did you hear that in the stories?
ये कभी नहीं सुना कि राजा जी ब्लड प्रेशर से बीमार. No, never.
Correct. राजा गया वॉर पे, वहां पे he died. Rani was bitten by a snake. That's how she died. That's how.
True.
So see, this food culture, especially with all the transportation processed junk, it's a very clear correlation between what we are eating and what kind of ailments we are having. And right
True.
now, I'm sure we throw a stone and you will find people having diabetes, blood pressure, even cancer patients are so common. It is all linked. And by the way, food marketing has done a brilliant and dishonest job.
True.
Yeah. Do we really get high energy by drinking cola? Please ask. Please tell me what did we grow up watching, Nitin, when we were kids? All the cricket teams. What did they sell us?
True.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, if I want to ask you, if someone is saying basically today, oh, my heart is broken, oh, I'm feeling a little bit depressed, how do we solve that problem? How do we solve that problem in the popular culture? Someone is feeling a bit low, then do what?
चलो पार्टी करते हैं साथ में, इसको लेके चलो, खाओ पियो.
Something. Or someone has broken and maybe the heart is broken, some love and all of that. How do you do that? What happens on Valentine's Day? Tell me. Chocolate? Do you think Saint Valentine actually bought chocolate? Like on
Entire
Valentine's Day?
marketing, yeah. Pretty smart marketing, you're saying.
It's all there, and it is so invading our lives. You see, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Brother's Day. I don't know how many days we will have 365 days and 365 junk thing, right? My son goes for this Halloween party and all of that. हमें तो पता भी नहीं था Halloween होता क्या है. और अभी on this party, they will go and do this chocolate and this lollipops and all that. This is what
True.
we feed them.
True.
And they are very addictive, by the way. White sugar is extremely addictive.
True, it indeed is. तो दोस्त सेलिब्रेट करना कैसे ये बता दो. अब क्या करना है? बर्गर, पिज्जा और ये बॉटल्स नहीं खोलने कोल्ड ड्रिंक के, तो फिर कैसे सेलिब्रेट करना है? जल्दी बताओ.
This is what, yes. So हमारे जो basically celebration है, they are linked with food. We have to learn to celebrate in a non-food way. What are the non-food ways? For ladies, first of all, you can do shopping. You can go binge shopping. You can go for Amazon. You can go for all of your favorite shops. Or you could even do binge watching Netflix or whatever. Or you could even just play with your child. You could go out with your friend, with your mom. You could even take a walk. There are so many ways, and there is a process to it which I teach in my master class, wherein you can start appreciating, celebrating in a non-food way, because celebration have been hijacked by the food marketing completely.
Absolutely, absolutely, Vineet. No doubt about that. So I hope now that, और क्या आपने females के लिए कहा आपने shopping जाओ, and especially for males you said go out, play with your kids, play with your family members, and spend some time with them primarily.
Yes, you can do shopping. You can even go and buy like binge watch Netflix also, or you could just take it out, just play with your child. If you have a child, play with him. Not the video games. Don't give mobile and tablet to your kids. Really, take them off. Go out in the garden, play with them. You will not know what you've been missing in life. They'll be out soon, out of their life, and you will. So just get into the real life. We all have been hijacked by the food marketing and the digital marketing. By the way, this is what WHO says. All this obesity pandemic is happening because of the digital marketing of unhealthy food products. This is what the official website of WHO says.
Wow. Wow. That's pretty insightful. Yeah. That's pretty insightful, Vineet. So thank you very much for answering this question. Vineet, एक और question है. आजकल एक और बड़ी जबरदस्त marketing है around intermittent fasting.
Yes.
इस पर भी बात करनी जरूरी है. I have few people who are asking some questions on it. Kindly throw some light on your views on intermittent fasting, my friend.
Yes. So I want to tell this to you. Firstly, fasting as a principle, if you see, fasting as a principle has been there in all the religions.
True.
And it's very scientific, actually. It's very scientific because fasting, primarily what it does is that it gives a rest to the digestive system. Digestive system, the entire digestive process is the most energy consuming process in our metabolism.
True.
So you have seen this, right? You go for a big buffet and you eat everything, और वो सब जब पूरा आपने खा लिया सब कुछ, उसके बाद how do you feel? Do you feel that yes, I am okay, I will? No, you say, oh my God, give me some cup of coffee, मुझे उठाओ यार, I'm just lying down, right? That's what happens because there is so much distress on your digestive system. So fasting is a very scientific way to give the rest to your digestive system. But at the same time, these days, so people have taken shortcut out of fasting. Fasting रही है तो ठीक है, चलो आलू का हलवा बनाओ, कुट्टू के आटो की पकौड़ी बनाओ. This is what happens, right? उससे अच्छा तो fasting ना ही करो, right? But again, I'm just moving to intermittent fasting. See, intermittent fasting also, you give lots of break, right? You basically give break so that your digestive system takes rest. And intermittent fasting can help. However, I want to tell this to you, people who do not understand how do they form new habit, and when they jump into intermittent fasting drastically, like any habit, they are unable to sustain it. See, it's like that. If I have to prepare myself for a marathon, what would I do? Do you think मुझे भागना है और मैं कल से भागना शुरू कर दूं? Do you think I will be able to run or finish a marathon? No. If you ask a marathon runner, so much of preparation goes into building the stamina, into building the right energy, into so many processes, and only after 1 or 2 months they actually start running and practicing. So even intermittent fasting, you need to understand the science of habit formation and build it step by step. If you jump like a radical step, ठीक है यार, ये सब कर लिया, सब fail हो गया, ये हो गया, 4 diet. In fact, I want to tell this to you, Nathan. In my program, I get a student who tried 10, 12, 15. I get professional dieters. Okay, people have tried who have not left anything. Only when they understand how do they build new habits, baby step by step, they are able to continue it. So my short answer to this, intermittent fasting works, but if you do not understand how do you form that, and if you jump it drastically, it will be unsustainable, and it is unsustainable for majority of the population.
It's unsustainable if you don't understand the logic, the science, and it's primarily about habit formation. Pretty interesting answers there. I'm sure all of you who are watching us live right now must be in awe of this knowledge and the experience and the conviction with which our expert Vineet Sharma is speaking. So I want to tell you this. If I know, as I said, somebody who can really help lose weight, who really knows what it really takes naturally. That's Vineet Sharma. Vineet, with your permission, एक और सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ क्योंकि आपने इसको you pointed that out कि आपने फ्रिज खोला, आपको दिखा केक, अब बंद तो कर दिया फ्रिज, लेकिन आप भी मूव कर गए, लेकिन आपका इंटरनल सेल्फ वही फ्रिज के साथ ही रह गया. आप तो चले गए बेड तक, लेकिन you know the half part of you still there, your mind, your craving is still there around the fridge, and then it drags you back. कहाँ गया? वापिस आ, खोल इस फ्रिज को, और ये जो छोटा सा केक का टुकड़ा बचा, इसको छोड़ा कि उसको फिनिश कर, इससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है, इतना सा ही तो टुकड़ा है. तो भाई विनीत, ये भी बताओ कि इस टेस्ट का क्या करें. वो जो टेस्ट की क्रेविंग है जिसकी वजह से छोड़ने का मन नहीं करता. जब पेट भर गया तो पिज्जा भर गया, स्लाइसेस खा ली, बर्गर खा लिया, फ्रेंच फ्राइज खा ली, केक खा लिया, चॉकलेट खा ली, ये टेस्ट, और वो इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग है that this programming is so strong, वो टेस्ट वाली उसको नहीं बीट कर पाते यार. इस पर भी कुछ बताओ.
So Nitin, it's a very good question, and I want to tell this to you. This is a very detailed topic, and I cover this in my masterclass in depth. जहां पर मैं केवल एक टेस्ट की ईटिंग की बात नहीं करता. I tell you 7 different types of eating. There are not 1, not 2, not 3, 7 different types of eating that we indulge in, and in fact, the most strongest eating is emotional eating. Emotional eating, okay? And emotional eating is like that. You are trying to numb your emotions with food. So you know what I'm talking about. You got into fight with your boss, spouse के साथ झगड़ा हुआ, and then you go there. Or yeah, maybe you have to work late night project पे काम करना. You are stressed. You go out, you open the refrigerator, and you eat that chocolate cake. You don't eat a cucumber or an apple to numb your emotions. You eat your comfort food to numb your emotions. Can I give some small tip about emotional eating?
Yes, please.
Maybe a couple of minutes. Okay. So I'll give you some example of emotional eating. Okay. First example. Okay. So yeah, maybe I think that's the example that I will give. Let's say it's your child's birthday. Okay. So Nitin, can I take your example just to make this as a story? Is that okay? Do I have your permission?
Yeah.
So Nitin, so let's say Adhyan ka birthday hai sham ko, okay? And then of course, we all know food marketing has done it for us. Birthday hai, how can we celebrate birthday without a cake? Okay, because of course his friends will come. So you order a cake, okay? And then maybe you have a favorite cake shop, or maybe you go for Swiggy and Zomato or whatever, and you order a cake. ठीक है? तो अब वो bell बजी और वो cake वाला आया, and the bell came ting tong. और आप घर पे और आपने you basically open the gate and you saw the cake now, right? Because cake is there and then it's your favorite chocolate cake. और आपको लग रहा है हाँ देखो मैं तो डाइट पे हूँ, देखो मैं तो ये सब चीजें नहीं खाता, but it is my child's birthday और उसके friends आ रहे हैं, तो as a father I have to take that. So that's all is going on. तो वहां पे जब पिंग टोंग की बेल बजती है and that cake comes to you and then you see the cake first time. My God, this. You just had it last year on the same day and now it is again. And now you are taking that cake और आप उसको रेफ्रिजरेटर में रखने जा रहे हो और पीछे से सडनली एक गाना बज रहा है और वो गाना है आज कल पाँव जमीन पर नहीं पड़ते मेरे. And the reason the song is playing because you are so happy. You're so happy because you know you're going to have that cake in the evening. But wait a minute. Right now, you did not even bite that cake. You did not even take one bite. So the happiness is not in the food. Happiness is because your brain is releasing dopamine and it is your decision to eat that cake which is making you happy, not the cake. Because if happiness was there in the cake, you did not even take a bite of it so far. आप केवल इस cake को लेके जा रहे हो and that is bringing happiness because brain is releasing dopamine chemical, okay? और फिर शाम होती है, शाम को आप केक काटते हो. Let's say first bite you take. First bite is awesome. First bite is always awesome because it's another dopamine rush. Your brain is releasing dopamine 2 times. One is that first you are making the decision. Second, when you are taking first bite. But tell me what happens in the second bite, third bite, fourth bite, fifth bite. You may even say, Vineet, मैं पूरा केक नहीं खा सकता. I cannot finish the whole cake, right?
True.
And we can just replace this cake with pizza or anything. So I'm saying is that if you elongate the food time frame, you will see the full picture. Let's say if you finish the whole cake, next day, how would you feel? Would you feel really light or you will feel bloated? What happens is that we always see a short timeline of dopamine release once we take a decision. Secondly, when we take the first bite. If you can elongate कि आप 2 घंटे बाद, 4 घंटे बाद, 6 घंटे बाद, 10 घंटे बाद, 1 दिन के बाद, how would you feel? You will see how the entire picture plays around. Okay, so I just share this small tip because it's a very
I'm sure. Yeah.
in-depth topic. So as
Yeah.
I share with you, if someone wants to learn that, they can come to my master class wherein I talk a lot.
100%. Friends, see, if you understood what we are discussing about, and in case you really need help with your health, what Vineet is saying, whatever it is that he does is actually, it has an impact, true impact. Yeah. So full marks to what he has developed and how he is helping people. Incredible. और हमने क्या सीखा? सच्ची जो खुशी है वो देने में, यही सुन रहे हैं ना? तो सच्ची खुशी देने में, जब रसगुल्ले का डब्बा खुले, जब मिठाई का डब्बा खुले, जब केक कटे, तो सच्ची खुशी उसका पीस खुद खाने में नहीं है, सबको खिलाने में है. वहां फोकस करें और उसको, it's the true happiness, the dopamine release is not necessarily in eating. We have to understand that. I think we need. I thoroughly enjoyed your session, and I'm sure everybody enjoyed. Or it was absolutely amazing. Learning a lot of things from you. You have no idea how many notes I made. Always do that. I guess I'm a good student here. You've really helped us with all of this. एक और चीज मैं आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता हूं, because a lot of people wanted me to ask these questions in this session. The last question is it necessary, this weight loss and getting up early? Yeah. Is there any connection? What are your thoughts on this? Like, because I didn't see that in your list. Getting up early, waking up at 5 a.m., waking up early. So waking up early, does it have any connection with your weight loss? या इसका वेट लॉस से कोई डायरेक्ट कनेक्शन नहीं है? हाँ, आपकी मेंटल हेल्थ, ओवरऑल हेल्थ पर इसका फर्क पड़ेगा, बट कनेक्टिंग इट टू वेट लॉस स्पेसिफिकली, any thoughts on that, Vineet?
So it's a good question. Now I will basically I'll give this example. Waking up early is actually a good habit. It's not a bad habit. It's actually a good habit. It has to be aligned with our natural cycle. We can take example from wild animals, from birds. They return to their nest and then they wake up early. However, I want to tell this to you. If you have been sleeping late at 11, 12, 1 o'clock, and then you say, okay, I will wake up early at 4:30 and I'll go for gym, then it is not good, because we also need proper sleep. I want to tell this to you, especially if anyone who's a working professional and always trying to kind of juggle around many things, throw away your alarm clocks. Literally, you should be waking up without alarm. When your body has taken proper sleep, you will naturally be awake. Okay, so if you really have to start waking up early, before building morning routine, you have to build a sleep routine.
Absolutely.
So many people these days, they read the books, and there are so many books about the club and the morning clubs and all of that, and they don't have a sleep routine. They just have a morning routine. And see, again, if you do not give rest to this machinery, it will conk off. It is the most powerful machinery, but you need to understand how it functions. Before you build a morning routine, build a sleep routine. If you build a sleep routine, your morning routine will automatically be built, because you will not be able to sleep more. Your body will naturally be awake, and it is good to be aligned with natural cycle, with the nature. Wow. Yeah. So that is my short take on that.
It certainly makes sense, Vineet. It certainly makes sense, Vineet. I am so thankful to you. The entire team is so thankful to you. The entire audience is thankful to you. Everybody who has seen this session, been a part of it. Friends, everybody, if you enjoyed the session, learned something, type in TY in the chat box. TY stands for thank you. Okay, type in TYV. TYV stands for thank you, Vineet. Okay, type in TYV in the chat box, because let's thank Vineet for taking his time out, coming here today, doing this free session for you to help you get back in shape, get back in high energy zone, lose that extra weight, and understand the science and the logic behind weight loss. Vineet, thank you so very much for coming here today. Any last words for my audience, man?
Thanks a lot, Nitin, for giving this opportunity to me. I think you are doing amazing. It is just not weight loss. The whole series has been amazing. To any of the students, if you really are interested, if you've tried everything in your life and it has not worked, and I get students like that only. You've tried everything and then they come to me. And if you really want to get long-term sustainable weight loss, uh, the shortcut is to learn it from a teacher. I would extend my invite to come to my free masterclass, learn it from me. If you like my teaching, become my students. If you do not like my teaching, go and find out another teacher. But do not try to reinvent the wheel. Learn from someone who has been there, who has done that. And I want to tell this to you, a good teacher can shortcut your success. A shortcut to
Absolutely.
success is found in a good teacher and a good mentor. So if you felt connected with my teaching, please come experience more in-depth session. If you find someone else, please go and learn from them. But that's the way to go for you.
Absolutely incredible, Vinny. Thank you so very much for coming here today. And I'm sure a lot of people will be getting a lot of people from the community trying to get in touch with you because we all need help with health. And thank you so much. Before you go, Vinny, before you go, I really want you. I mean, we are overstepping on the time limit. I'm conscious of that right now. लेकिन आपकी स्टोरी के बिना सेशन अधूरा रह जाएगा. I know about your father, what you shared, and I want everybody to know a little bit. Why are you on this mission, man? Why are you so engrossed and you're pouring in your heart and soul, your energy? You've quit your job, you're in it now. Tell us a little bit about your story quickly. We would love to hear it from you.
Yeah, thank you, Nitin, for asking this. It's a personal story. As you know, that I was doing very good in my corporate background, almost 20 plus years of IT experience. But there were two trigger points. Firstly, like in 2008, when I was feeling my health and I knew I was building my corporate career, I understood if I do not take care of this foundation, then I cannot build. I cannot have anything in my life till the time I don't build that. But then what happened to my father and my brother-in-law, I think those were the experiences which changed my life. Because so I don't know how many people, if you have someone who's ill, especially a loved one who has been ill in your family, you see it takes a toll. It actually takes a toll mentally, financially, emotionally, every way it takes a toll. And especially if you have a cancer patient in the family, it is beyond words, right? What it can do to you. So I've seen those suffering, and during that process for almost 4 or 5 years, I've been to so many hospitals, and I've seen people who are really suffering, right? First is that many people, healthcare is so expensive. Okay, many people are not even able to afford the right healthcare, and even if they are able to afford the right healthcare, it does nothing. It does nothing. I know when I was going to doctor, I was spending money on pills, on prescription, on paying the doctor's fee, and I still felt horrible from within. I still did not lose my weight. I did not have high energy because doctors, the solution is not with them. They are not even taught all of this. Okay, so I really saw the sufferings. People are paying for doctor, they are paying for prescription, they are paying for pills, and the net result is what? They feel horrible from within. So I feel that there is really a dire need, firstly, to save people their money, their time, and then give them the results that they have been longing for. People want to lose weight, they want to look good. You don't even know how many people, students I get in my community who do not have a profile picture on their WhatsApp, on their Facebook, because they are so shy. Their confidence is shattered. They don't even want to come out. They don't want to even go to the social gatherings because they feel shy. They're in their own cocoon. Their confidence is shattered, and they've tried 1 to 10, 15, 20 different diet programs. Think about what kind of self-talk they will be having, what kind of self-love they will be having. What about their kids? Kids copy their parents.
Yeah.
Consciously or subconsciously, they copy their lifestyle habits. When the parents are obese, their kids are obese. What kind of treatment they are getting from their school? Do you know all this bullying and all of that? Especially if you see all these kind of comedy shows, fat people they're just object of fun. It looks very funny when you are making fun for others, but when it is happening to you, आपके confidence की धज्जियां उड़ जाती हैं तो.
True.
That That is what when he saw the suffering of people, when he saw what is going on. And when my students started getting the results, the kind of love letter I used to get, it just blew my mind. And I thought this is the time. And I started getting this feedback that Vineet, you're in a wrong profession. What are you doing? Selling some IT software, okay, it is changing people's life. But if you really change someone's life, there is no bigger satisfaction than that. And I think I want to tell you, we have almost 100 plus published case studies. There is no ailment that we have not reversed for our students. Wow. There is no element that we have not reversed, okay? Because it's a holistic program and I'm just loving it. I'm just loving to help people get the results they've been struggling all their life.
Wow. That's amazing. Listening to you is always an incredible experience, Vineet, and this was no exception. Thank you so very much for coming here today, sharing your insights, knowledge, story with us. Means a lot. I'm going to catch you again soon, Vineet. But in the meantime, we are all going to be in awe of this session. We'll be thanking you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you very much, Vineet. Thank you for coming here today and sharing your ideas. Thank you.
My thanks to you one more time, Nitin, to provide this opportunity and to provide this platform. I wish you all the best. And I wish each of our audience super duper, pills-free, pain-free, high energy life.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Friends, that was Vineet Sharma for you. And what a session it was, wasn't it? Well, we learned a lot of ideas around weight loss. We understood the science, the mechanics behind it, right? And I'm sure you took notes. I took my notes. Just want to quickly take you through. Supportive environment develop karna hai. Agar aapko weight loss karna hai, weight lose karna hai, you want to get back in shape, don't just rely on your willpower. Willpower, gym jaunga, daudunga, pasine bahaunga. Nahi, environment build karna hai वैसा. Focus on the environment. आपका एनवायरमेंट कैसा है? जब आप ऑफिस जाते हैं तो वहां क्या आपको कोल्ड ड्रिंक की बोतल सामने मिल जाती है? क्या चिप्स और पैकेट्स आपके सामने रहते हैं? क्या वो आसान है एक्सेस? इसका मतलब आपका एनवायरमेंट कंड्यूसिव नहीं है और उस पर आपको काम करना बहुत ही जरूरी है. तो सिर्फ विल पावर नहीं, एनवायरमेंट पे फोकस करो, न्यूट्रिशन की नॉलेज को डेवलप करो. विनीत ने बहुत ही सही एग्जांपल दिया कि 2 कुकीज है, क्रीम कुकीज वर्सेस ही गिव द एग्जांपल ऑफ खरबूजा. दिया कि नहीं दिया? आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड इट. सो you eat 2 cookies and versus खरबूजा, you will understand कि क्या आपकी हेल्थ के लिए बेटर है और क्या आपको ज्यादा आपके लिए सही रहेगा हेल्थ के पर्सपेक्टिव से. सो डेवलप दिस न्यूट्रिशन नॉलेज, गेन दिस नॉलेज. अगर ये आपके करिकुलम का पार्ट नहीं थी, आपके एकेडमिक्स का पार्ट नहीं थी, तो इसे अपनी लाइफ का पार्ट जरूर बनाओ. ये आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है दैट यू डू दैट, राइट? समझिए इस बात को कि फूड मार्केटिंग बहुत स्ट्रांग है. आप समझ रहे, रक्षाबंधन आ रहा है, क्या करना है? फ्रूट की बास्केट गिफ्ट करनी है. रक्षाबंधन आ रहा है तो फ्रूट की बास्केट गिफ्ट करो, कुछ हेल्दी गिफ्ट करो, कुछ मीठा हो जाए तो आम खिलाओ. आप सुन रहे मेरी बात? ये जरूरी नहीं कि आपको चॉकलेट ही खानी है, ये जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको केक ही काटना है. आपको ये चीजें समझनी चाहिए दोस्तों, बिकॉज दिस इज अबाउट योर हेल्थ. These people who are marketing it may have some money in their pocket at the cost of your health. And you got to understand this, right? So please promise करिए जल्दी से chat box में type in promise right now कि अगर आप गिफ्ट करेंगे, if you want to give something to your sister and if sisters are going to give something to their brothers, हमेशा चॉकलेट ही चलेगी क्या? क्या फ्रूट नहीं हो सकते? क्या फ्रूट की एक खूबसूरत सी बास्केट नहीं हो सकती? क्या ड्राई फ्रूट्स नहीं हो सकते? तो इसको शिफ्ट करिए. वक्त आ गया इसको शिफ्ट करने का. और जरूरी नहीं है कि बर्थडे पर हमेशा आप फास्ट फूड ही खाएंगे. आप घर में कुक को बुलाकर या खुद कुक कर सकते हैं. हमेशा विनीत ने बिल्कुल सही पॉइंट आउट किया कि क्या जब हम छोटे थे क्या बर्गर आता था, पिज्जा आता था? आंसर इज नो. मम्मी पूछती थी बेटा क्या खाएगा, क्या पसंद है, मैं बनाती हूं. तो अपना प्यार अपने बच्चों पर, अपनी फैमिली पर उड़ेलो, उनके लिए दिल से कुछ बनाओ और वो खिलाओ. They'll be healthy. The best gift in the world is to be happy. Does it make sense to you? Let me know in the chat box if this is making sense to you all. And be a mindful eater. Be a mindful eater. ये सेशन सुनते सुनते नहीं खाना है आपको. अगर खा रहे हैं तो प्लेट सरका दीजिए अभी. सेशन खत्म होने के बाद तसल्ली से खाइए. Is it making sense? Yes, I'm talking to you if you're eating right now. So make sure that you take care of these pointers. और दोस्तों, अगर आप इन चीजों का ध्यान रखते हैं तो आपका स्वास्थ्य सही रहेगा, आप सही वेट में रहेंगे और आप खुश रहेंगे, आपकी एनर्जी हाई रहेगी और आप हमें याद करते रहेंगे. Well, thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed the session today and you took some notes. दोस्तों, आज हमने बात की वेट लॉस की. आज हमने बात की कि किस तरह से आप इन कॉन्सेप्ट्स को समझ करके अपना परमानेंटली अपना वेट लूज कर सकते हैं. वी आर ऑल थैंकफुल टू द गेस्ट टुडे, विनीत शर्मा. And now the stage is set. Stage is set for what, Nitin? Stage is set for day 7. Is 7 your lucky number? Well, if it is, or if it's not, you've got to be there tomorrow. क्योंकि कल का सेशन और भी मजेदार और भी धमाकेदार, because yet another expert will be joining us tomorrow for yet another session in the Superpower Success Summit to share their insights with you, his insights with you, to help you be more successful in your life. ज़्यादा रिवील नहीं करूंगा. कल के सेशन में मजेदार धमाकेदार सेशन होगा. I am already excited for day 7. दोस्तों, मिलता हूं आपसे कल शाम 7 बजे. Take care of your health and be a mindful eater and eat well and take care of your environment. Thank you very much. This is Nitin Soni saying thank you so much for choosing to be a part of the Superpower Success Summit. It's a 30-day program, 30 experts, live over 30 days for you for free. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Bye for now.
Let me call upon stage Nitin Soni.
Louder, louder, louder. Come on, louder.
दोस्तों, सक्सेस इन एनी फील्ड इज 70% साइकोलॉजी एंड 30% मैकेनिक्स. किसी भी फील्ड में, इन व्हाटएवर फील्ड यू चूज, सक्सेस इज ऑल अबाउट 70% साइकोलॉजी एंड 30% मैकेनिक्स. मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं, विराट कोहली ने सेंचुरी मारी थी क्या डेब्यू? अच्छा, सचिन तेंदुलकर ने मारी? अच्छा, धोनी ने मारी? But all of these 3 individuals are legends. In spite of the fact that they did not score century on debut. Even if you are not able to score century on debut, you can still become a legend if you take few things right. Understand this.
Why do you want to become what you want to become? Why do you want to get that success? Why do you want to get that degree? Why do you want to become a rank holder? Why do you want it? Answer your why.
They are compromising on their potential. You have amazing potential in you. Why do you want to restrict it? You're not supposed to restrict your potential. Warren Buffett has 97 different streams of income. 97. And the day I realized, the day I noticed it, I said, 97? What the hell?
What is the difference? The difference is in their psychology. That's where the entire difference lies. That's the main thing. You need to understand your psychology, your mindset. उसमें क्या चल रहा है? That's what you need to focus.
Excellent. And I knew I would be the top scorer in the institute. And that's exactly what I did. Each and every paper that I gave, when I came back home, I said, I'm ready for the next one. And I did that. Ready for the next one. Did that. Then I waited for my results. And on the results day, what did happen? I failed. What is it that I can do now? At the best I can study. At the best I can put in the hard work. At the best I can do whatever is possible for me to do. What else can I do?
He actually looked at the big portrait of Mount Everest and he said, Mount Everest, I know you are failing me. But the more and more you fail me, the more and more I'm getting determined that one day I'm going to stand on top of you. Do you know why, Sir Edmund Hillary said? He said, do you know why? Because you, even as Mount Everest, cannot grow any further. But I, as a human being, will keep growing. That's my message to you. Keep growing. No matter what Mount Everest you want to climb in your life, you can. If you have the right mindset and if you do not let your failures enter your mind, why? Because it's your responsibility, friends. It's your responsibility. Nobody else is going to work hard for you. Nobody else is going to bring your dream in a silver plate and say, hey, here is your dream, enjoy. No, that's never going to happen. You will have to work hard. You will have to put in the hard work. You will have to burn the midnight oil. You will have to make your dream come true. The responsibility is yours. I cannot do your push-ups for you, can I? Can I? Of course not. You will have to do your push-up.
What do? You notice that you are not the only one who is watching that dream. You are not the only one having that dream inside you. When there are 1,000 other mothers who are having the same dream for their sons, what do you do to make the dream of your mother come true? You outwork your competition. You outwork your competition. You get up early. You work harder. You stay longer. You do whatever it takes. You got to overwork. You got to outwork. You got to outsmart everybody else. Because if you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. If you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. If you are not getting up early, someone else is getting up early. And he is going to grab your position. He's going to grab your position. Understand this. You got to outwork your competition. If it means doing anything that you have not done till date, you should be interested in doing it. Learning techniques, learning facts, programming your subconscious, whatever it may be. Be ready to outwork your competition.
My intensity multiplied. My hunger multiplied. My seriousness multiplied. I prepared like hell. I was actually doing things that nobody around me was doing. I was studying for 12 hours a day, and I said, no matter what happens on the results day, I'm going to give my best shot in this attempt. I studied like anything, and I did all those test papers, working, studying over and over and over again. I revised over and over and over again, and I gave my exams to the best of my ability. On all the results, the screen said, pass.
Unless and until you answer your whys, you will not be able to remain motivated. You need motivation? Answer your whys. Answer your whys. Why do you want to do what you want to do? Is it because of your father? You want to make your father's dream come true? Is it because of your mother? Your mother is looking a dream for you and you want to make her dream come true? Is it because of your siblings, your brother, your sister, your other family members? Or is it probably because yourself? You say, I want to become rich because I want to prove to the world that I am a rich person and I'm not a poor person. You got to answer your whys. Why do you want to become what you want to become? Answer your whys. Because this is exactly where motivation lies. What are you waiting for? Whatever it takes. Even if it takes for you to learn something, learn it. If it takes for you to work hard, work hard. If it takes for you to get up early in the morning, get up early in the morning. If it takes for you to work in and day out, do it. He was a world heavyweight champion in boxing, Mike Tyson. डरते थे लोग उसके नाम से. और Mike Tyson won 37 fights back to back. अपनी लाइफ की पहली फाइट से लेकर 37 फाइट्स तक माइक टाइसन हर एक फाइट जीतता गया. एक भी फाइट वो नहीं हारा. और पीपल यूज्ड टू स्वेट बाय हिज नेम. डरते थे लोग उसके नाम से. 37 फाइट लगातार जीतना इज नो गेम. एंड ही वाज द वर्ल्ड हेवीवेट चैंपियन. 37 फाइट लगातार जीतने के बाद जो 38वीं फाइट उसकी थी वो थी अगेंस्ट जेम्स बस्टिन डगलस. और ये जेम्स बस्टिन डगलस कौन था? कुछ भी नहीं. अ नॉर्मल बॉक्सर, वेरी नॉर्मल बॉक्सर. कभी भी अपनी लाइफ के अंदर हेवीवेट चैंपियन नहीं बना. कभी भी उसने कोई बहुत बड़ी चैंपियनशिप नहीं जीती. वेरी नॉर्मल बॉक्सर. 38th मैच माइक टाइसन का अगेंस्ट जेम्स बस्टिन डगलस. इट वाज अ वन-साइडेड मैच. दे सेड माइक टाइसन इज गोइंग टू विन एनीवेज. सारा मीडिया हैरान, सारी दुनिया हैरान. माइक टाइसन लॉस्ट द मैच. 38th फाइट माइक टाइसन लॉस्ट इट. हाउ कम? ये कैसे हो सकता है? सारा का सारा मीडिया पागलों की तरह जेम्स बस्टिन डगलस के पीछे. बस्टिन डगलस, ये तुमने किया कैसे? हाउ डिड यू जस्ट वन अगेंस्ट माइक टाइसन? इम्पॉसिबल. हाउ कुड यू डू द इम्पॉसिबल? ये किया कैसे तुमने? He said, before this match, my mother declared to the world that her son is going to beat Mike Tyson. She declared it to the world, to the relatives, to the friends, everybody, and she was extremely happy. और जेम्स बस्टिन डगलस ने कहा, माँ क्या कर रहे हो? Why are you doing that? I'm not too sure. She said, you are not sure. I am sure because I believe in my son. My son is going to beat the hell out of Mike Tyson, and my son is going to win. He said, it was my mother's dream that I beat Mike Tyson. It was my mother's dream that I become the world champion. It was my mother's dream that I become a true champion in my life by beating Mike Tyson, and not just Mike Tyson, whoever it may be. And my mother died 2 weeks before this match. He said, my mother died 2 weeks before this match. And I wanted to make her dream come true. He said, I wanted to make her dream come true. माइक टाइसन के अलावा अगर वहां पर 100 माइक टाइसन भी होते, उसके बावजूद मैं ये मैच जीतता, because it was my mother's dream and I wanted to fulfill my mother's dream.
ये सोचता है कि मैं स्पेशल नहीं हूं, अगर यहां एक भी सोचता है कि मैं वर्दी नहीं हूं, मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है उससे कि आज की शाम अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ बिता लेना, आज की शाम तन्हाई में अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ बिता लेना, और आपकी माँ, आपके पिताजी आपको बताएंगे कि आप कितने स्पेशल हो.
There is nobody in the entire world who has a fingerprint like you. Luck, नसीब. कई मैं से देखता हूं जो अपने नसीब को पकड़ के बैठते हैं, जो ये कहते हैं कि it's only and only because of my luck. If I'm failing, it's only because of my luck. नसीब की वजह से आपकी जिंदगी में कुछ नहीं होता. तो अगर दो तरह के लोग हैं, बिलीव करते हैं नसीब, कुछ बिलीव नहीं करते नसीब के ऊपर. आप मुझे एक बात बताओ, अगर आपकी नसीब की वजह से ही सब कुछ होता है, अगर आपके लक की वजह से ही सब कुछ ये हो रहा है, तो मेहनत क्यों कर रहे हो? मेहनत करने की क्या जरूरत है? और अगर नसीब में नहीं लिखा, तो मेहनत करके क्या उखाड़ लोगे? क्या उखाड़ लोगे? नसीब को लेकर के मत बैठो. जब आप अपने नसीब को देख करके कहते हो कि भाई कभी ना कभी तो चमकेगा, आपका नसीब आपको देख करके कहता है कभी तो समझेगा. आप नहीं समझते.
You command respect, power, recognition, social status, everything. It has amazing power. I am the king of the jungle now. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.